to the YouTube page that nobody ever watches of
I
mine.
watch it.
Which one?
Tabletop.
See, I have three others. Uh, I will send you a link to the Out of My Head vlog that I tried doing for a while. It's not good.
Have you seen the Rider Monkey vlogs? They're
Actually,
not great either.
I haven't watched it yet.
The first one's the best one. The second one I recorded at 1:30 in the morning. It was dark out. I couldn't sleep. It wasn't great.
Jeez. Did you end up listening to those music tones?
It's not letting me download them.
No?
Yeah, my phone's being stupid.
Okay. Let's
But I trust your judgment in music.
let's try this. Hold on. What's this button? Cameraman? No. No. Cuckoo. The hell's a cuckoo?
I have no idea. I think it's a bird.
I don't know. Trying to download. Control room. Showcase. Can I show? Features.
See, this is just proof we need to do this more often because it seems like every time we try, and you're gone. But I'm still live! Ah, hello, Internet. Oh, I have no idea how many of you that are watching. Probably zero. I have a cat. He is annoying. But he's also cute. Ah, okay. You need to get off the. Damn it, Tucker. The Hypest Podcasting on YouTube.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Yes, as you were saying, need to do it more often.
Yeah, I mean, this just seems to happen every time, which I find hilarious. But
Yeah, it does. It really does.
yeah, but unlike the past couple of times, I'm literally the only one home besides my animals. I'm not going to get interrupted by anyone,
Nice.
so I'm not feeling the time crunch.
Fair enough. Yeah, I just went and I bought Jessica a new charger for PS or for her Xbox One, and then chat pad.
They still make chat pads?
They made chat pads. Yes.
No shit.
Yeah, for the Xbox One.
Hmm.
Go
I
figure.
knew they had them for the 360, and I knew that no one used them. So
What? Everybody I
yeah,
knew that played Xbox used them.
really.
Yes.
Hmm. Well, last time I played 360, it was super. Oh God, it was like over a decade ago now. Moved on to PlayStation and never looked back.
Fair enough. Oh my god. All right. So yeah, this is the unofficial pilot episode of a podcast that will
The
be
Hypest Podcasting on YouTube.
yeah, the only, the best.
You know you love us, and if not, you will.
God. The real question is, do we want to let me go through and do what I did last time? I really did a vlog, which was add in commercials and just put in like 90s toy commercials.
Hell yeah. Why not?
Why not? Yeah, here. I will just send you a link. Let's see. What is a good episode for you to watch? Yeah, I like my Pertwee one. We'll do that one. All right, now how do I send you a chat? Chat. There it is.
I was going to say, it's a little more complicated on my end with the phone. I have to hit this virtual back button kind of over here.
Ah.
But, you know.
You'll have to watch that. You don't have to watch that now. So what have you been up to? What have you been doing?
Well, I've been laying around doing a whole bunch of nothing because I've been sick.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, most embarrassing illness ever because I'm still
Mono?
sick. No. More embarrassing. Partially because of the location, partially because they have no idea which one it is.
Should I ask?
It's not even something I got from doing anything fun. Matter of fact, my doctor suspects it's from lack of fun genital bumping.
All right. You said this was one of your testicles. That's right.
Yeah, it's just like full of dust, and it apparently got infected. So, hey, there we go. Yeah, not pleasant.
No, I imagine not.
I got to catch up on some video games, though. That was kind of cool.
Yeah.
And been high every day for the past week. That's also been interesting. Man, Norco makes me goofy.
Yeah.
It also makes me fall asleep, so I'm holding off on taking it until we're done.
I gotta say, any drug that makes you fall asleep is good.
Yeah. I went to the ER and they hit me with some fentanyl. Oh my god. I both love and hate that stuff. It's like, okay, we're going to pump you full of drugs that make it feel like the whole world is spinning around you, and then we're going to shove you in an MRI, and you're not allowed to move for an hour. Terrible. And loud, very loud.
Screaming for an hour, huh?
Yeah, because they checked kidneys, and they pretty much gave me a full scan from the neck down. Because they're like, it could be an aneurysm, it could be cancer. And I'm like, I'm willing to bet it's something stupid.
Yeah.
And I have the official prescription that I need to go and get laid from my doctor, though. So, you know.
It's just an odd thing. It's an odd thing to get. Your balls. This is not good. Go have sex.
Yeah, apparently in health class, they always say that, you know, if you turn down a guy for sex, it really isn't going to kill them, no matter how much they say it is. No, that's going to make them wish they were dead if it goes on for long enough.
I'm glad we jumped in the deep end of it like right away. We're like, are we going to talk about anything important now? Let's talk about my balls.
I mean, fuck it, why not?
Have you seen anything good recently?
No, not really. I've been laid up in bed, so I don't have like cable or anything. I've just had my little Nintendo 3DS.
Okay.
Made my wife watch The Man from Earth, and she totally doesn't get it, which is a shame.
It is a shame. You'll have to watch it again.
Yeah. I'm like, come on, honey. She's like, it's slow. I'm like, yeah, but it's real sci-fi. Like, legit, honest to God, real sci-fi. No space wizards here.
No space wizards.
Just caveman Jesus. Spoiler alert, by the way, if you haven't seen. the...
Fair enough. Yeah, that would be spoiler.
How long ago did that movie come out?
Oh God, at least 10 years.
Well, then, fuck it. You should have watched it by now. I don't care about spoilers.
Well, but it's I don't know. It's what's the word I want to use?
It's cult.
It is cult. No, it's independent enough that people may not have seen it.
True. Well, to all of you watching the live broadcast, I'm willing to bet that's going to get edited out. Maybe.
No.
Nah,
No.
not worth our time.
No. Maybe when we have more of a structure. Right now, the simple act of podcasting is
Yeah, I know. I
an
haven't
act
done
of
this.
podcasting.
Yeah, it's been like 6-7 months since I've done this. It feels great, even though it feels like my balls are in a vice.
Yeah, I know.
Worth it. Worth it. So I discovered a new website while I've been laid up though.
Okay.
It's called TV Tropes. Have you ever been on TV Tropes?
Been on TV tropes.
Holy shit balls. I was on TV Tropes for like 12 hours the other day just reading, and I'm like, oh, what's that?
Yeah.
I feel like I know so much more about bullshit narrative techniques and a whole bunch of not so bullshit narrative techniques.
Oh yeah, there's lots to think about.
And I'm totally going to take that and turn it into something interesting, hopefully.
Nice. So did I tell you I got to go and video shoot?
You mentioned you had a gig.
Yeah. I went and I helped a guy I know, Hugh Sullivan, and he was working on his 21 Film Festival, local Decatur celebration video. So
Okay.
It's a little ghost story.
Ooh.
It's pretty righteous. I stayed up late and then went to work the next day on like 5 hours of sleep.
Yeah, I did that for a couple solid months. Of course, my end product sounds a lot more boring than your end product.
Well, I mean, it's not the first time I've gone on lack of sleep. Plus, it wasn't a 6-month period, so it's okay.
Nah. Yeah. I did finally get around to releasing that demo, though.
Yeah, I saw that.
And no one's downloaded it.
I don't have time.
Yeah. Understandable. I mean, it's kind of a random niche thing. So I'm imagining there's a lot of people that look at it and go, okay, what the hell is this? Oh, I should also probably clue in people as to what the hell I am talking about. We should also probably tell people who we are.
Meh.
Yeah, we don't need people knowing who we are, hunting us down, wanting autographs.
Yes. We are those that haunt the background. All right, so we'll probably go through, and I'll tell you what. How far into this are we? I don't know.
I don't know either.
All right.
Not like most recording software where there's like a timestamp.
Okay, so Mark.
Mark? Who's Mark?
Mark? All right, and I'll just chop the audio off there. So we'll just officially start now.
Ah!
Ha! Hello, good people out there, the Dead Decatur listeners an area, all 4 of you. I think there's 4 of them. Anyway.
Well, you got one of them right here, so.
Oh, okay. So the 3 others. I am Rock Lobster Johnson, and with me is the magnanimous Rider Monkey.
How you guys doing?
Nobody can see your face but me. It's kind of funny. you have a shit-eating grin right now.
Yeah, just a little
you
bit.
can absolutely tell that you're on some kind of medication.
The sad thing is, I'm really not at the moment. I'm just so damn happy to be recording again. It's been forever.
Damn.
And you know, there was that little bit beforehand where you were like, Mark. I'm like, who the fuck's Mark? It's an audio thing.
It's an audio thing. It's a okay. I'm just gonna say Mark, and then I will know where to fucking cut it. So, welcome to the Adventures of Zach and Zach, not to be confused with the Adventures of Pete and Pete, which is a better show, and you should go watch it.
Yep, because neither one of us are ginger, and I don't even remember that show, to be honest. I just remember there was a ginger one. I remember watching it. I remember liking it. I don't remember anything about it.
Man,
I was always more Secret World of Alex Mack, and even then,
that's good too. That was.
I
good
barely
too.
remember that.
So Weird. Do you remember So Weird?
Vaguely. That was Disney Channel, wasn't it?
That was Disney Channel.
Yeah, we were too broke for Disney Channel when I was a kid.
You know, it's a sad day when. Of course, most kids nowadays, it's Disney Channel and Nickelodeon or nothing.
Ugh, fucking Nickelodeon. Don't even get me started.
Well, that's what the Secret World of Alex Mack was on.
Yes, and it was fantastic. But now I have a child of my own, so it's all Nick Jr.
Hey. I like some of Nick Jr. stuff.
Paw Patrol. 12 hours a day of Paw Patrol.
I said some of. That doesn't happen to include anything new.
Well, yeah, it's the new stuff that drives me nuts. And then, let's see, there's that. There's Shimmer and Shine.
I don't know
which
that
is about. It's about 2 genies and a little girl, and the genies fuck everything up, and it's a whole show about how mistakes are okay.
Okay. I mean, kind of.
The one thing I'll give it, though, is the animation is stellar. The animation is really good. So, you know, props there.
Yeah.
And then there's a show about some doggy daycare that's hosted by the dog whisperer's kid.
Okay.
And it kind of makes me want to hang myself. But my son loves it, so I put up with it. Honestly, out of all the new stuff, Paw Patrol is the most tolerable, and that's why I have ED for him.
Huh.
Yeah, there's actual narrative structure, there's transforming robots.
I know a lot of people, and they all have kids, and they all watch the Paw Patrol.
It's like this new generation's Transformers back when Yeah, I mean, it's skewed a little younger, but it's basically there just to sell toys.
Well, yeah, I saw some of the toys yesterday. They're kind of nifty. They're creative.
Yeah, and they do a good job with the
storage backpack.
Mm-hmm. But I think my favorite part is there's a team of villains called the Kitty Catastrophe Crew.
Oh, Lord.
Which is just kittens. It's like just Distaff counterpart kittens, and they're evil. And they serve the mayor of some neighboring town that is so stereotypically like Snidely Whiplash, mustache and everything, mustache top hat. See?
So, not only are they evil, they are stereotype villains.
No, the cats don't talk. That's just the mayor that the cats work for. The cats, only the main dogs talk, which makes no sense to me. because they also have a chicken they follow around and a cat that shows up regularly that just act like normal freaking animals. And honestly, I feel there's something in there that, I don't know, a couple of funny guys could make a video out of, but
I'm sure. Not us.
just,
We're
I don't know.
not
I
funny.
don't know. Hey, I've been told I've been funny looking.
That totally works on an audio podcast. But
Oh, I'll take a shit-eating grin selfie and we'll just put it in the post for the podcast.
there you
Download
go.
it, you'll see me with a dumbass face and a thumbs up. I'll wait until after I take the meds for that.
You'll have the most dilated eye.
It'll be like, I can see forever.
I can see the void infinity.
Oh, I just realized that with the edits, we're going to miss on the whole opening conversation we originally had.
Yeah. That's okay.
Yeah, I'd rather not talk about it. Suffice it to say that I've been in bed for a while, doing nothing, and it's been the best week of my life.
Says the man that builds his own games.
Yeah, do you realize how much of a pain in the ass that is? All right, you know what? We'll go
into it.
We'll go into it. We'll go into the intricacies. Okay, kids. So you want to make your own card game. First, don't say you're going to a convention before your card game is finished. Actually, I take that back. Totally do that because it worked out for me.
Okay.
Yeah, when I signed up last year, for the listeners, last year I went to HeroCon. First year they ever did it. It's like $30 for a booth. I'm like, fuck yeah, we're making this happen. And signed up, paid for the booth, didn't have my game finished. Because I got into game design. I did this a month after I started designing the game. The convention was 3 months after I started designing the game.
God damn it, Zach.
Now, hey, I didn't get as far as I have by planning, okay?
Clearly. You would have been much
But
farther.
I don't know about that, to be honest. Flying by the seat of my pants has paid off a lot of bills just by throwing this game together and tweaking it until it worked. That game, by the way, is Office Dungeon. It's available for $18.99 on Rider Monkey Games' Facebook page. Go buy it.
You should go buy it.
Yeah, and it's actually finished, I promise. So, you know, it's a complete game now.
Oh, that's good. I mean, it's nice when you receive complete games.
Mm-hmm. I was toying around with releasing a special edition of the expansion I'm working on that's just an empty box.
Really?
Yeah. Just free for all pre-orders. Send out a whole bunch of empty boxes and be like, this could be your game.
Oh, God.
Pretty sure I'd get lynched.
Yeah.
By all,
you know why?
like 200 of my customers.
Because you're not Cards Against Humanity.
No. You see, what they did was send a box of shit out to people.
I know.
I'm not going to do that. That's a bit much.
It's basically the same thing. You're just trying to pull shenanigans.
I'd argue that the empty box is worse. And it would be a pre-order bonus. It wouldn't be like, hey, you bought this box and that's all you're getting. No, you'd still get a copy of the game.
No, that's true. So let's talk about Office Dungeon.
All right, Office Dungeon. Where do I start?
I have no idea.
Well, there we go. So that's the design process. So where do I start? Office Dungeon is a card game for 2 to 4 players. It's kind of styled like an RPG. Each player selects a class. There are 4 classes. Your goal is to get equipment and familiar monsters and fight rogue office equipment and people that'll steal your lunch from the break room to earn points to
It's just
eventually.
people. Pink ninjas.
Oh yeah, lunch ninjas. One of the toughest enemies in the game is procrastination, which totally is basically the same joke I just described with the empty box for the expansion. It's just a card with stats, no artwork. If you're not faster than it, I think I forget exactly how it works, but it like reduces your speed to 1 because you just don't care anymore. So you're gonna play Bubble Bobble or what?
Hell yeah,
What did
Bubble Bobble.
I was gonna say, what do the hip kids play now? It's like Bubble Witch, which is basically Bubble Bobble.
No, well, kind of.
I don't know. All I know is that those guys have ripped off so many games I actually like. It makes me sick.
Bubble Bobble originally wasn't like Bubble Witch. But then later they had a different game that they just added the Bubble Bobble characters to. Because we're talking about an original NES game
Yeah, the one with
with the little dinosaurs that spit bubbles.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just so used to seeing the I don't even remember it. The puzzle game variant has a completely different name I can't even remember right now. I am shaming my people. But anyway, Office Dungeon.
Yeah.
The whole goal is to collect promotion points, which you can earn from defeating monsters, kicking the crap out of other players, using instant cards to steal points. And the goal is to defeat all the bosses or one boss. That's right, I changed that rule. The goal is to defeat one boss less than the number of players. So if you have a full 4-player game, your goal is to defeat 3 bosses or make it all the way to the end of the deck. Whoever has the most points at the end wins.
I mean, I knew that, but
Oh, I know you know.
for the card game.
Yeah. But the idea came from working in offices way too much. So,
It'll happen.
yeah, do not miss those days.
So, because of Heroic Con and Zach meeting Zach and Zach, some strange combination thereof.
We just kind of melded together to create Ultra Zach.
Does that mean we'll be able to accomplish more things quickly?
Probably not.
Probably not.
But dibs on forming the head.
Ah, damn it.
We just
Anyway.
Voltron together, fold into weird positions, and scream in ungodly pain.
We need a team of Zachs. We need a team of Zachs, and we will all just form this amalgamation Sentai robot thing. It'll be...
So we got you, me, the original Black Ranger.
Okay. Let's
and
see. What other Zachs are out there?
new Spock.
Yeah, new Spock.
He'll give us a sense of style and good acting, which I lack.
The main character from Chuck on NBC.
Ah, yes. He'll teach us kung fu
Yes.
with his computer brain.
and how to feel bad about hunting down mutants. Shoot all of them really, really quickly.
but I'm a mutant.
Oh, yeah, I know. I didn't even finish that series. I don't even feel bad about not finishing that series.
I made it in. I made it through the first episode, and that's the only reason why I followed what you were talking about.
I made it through probably, I don't know, 3 or 4.
Yeah, I didn't have time, and I didn't want to use my valuable little time I had to watch that.
Yeah, I'm finishing up John Doe right now, and I'll probably need to download uh shit. Penny Dreadful.
Oh yeah, I need to finish watching that. I only made it through the first season.
Oh, season 2 is good.
Well, the first season was awesome, so I expect the rest of it to
I
be
don't
at least kind of awesome.
I don't know what to think about season 3. I haven't seen it yet. I know it's the last season.
Yeah, I heard that it got it that made me excited. It's like, oh, I can just binge watch this now.
Apparently, other people I talked to that watched it said that it really kind of felt like it just got canceled,
Yeah, well,
which is unfortunate. I usually don't watch it until after the season's over, and then I will just show up to my local Comcast center and be like, "Hey, bitch, I want to watch Showtime. Give me Showtime for freeze." And they'll be like, "Okay, you're coming in to pay your bill here in a brick and mortar place, so here's 3 months of Showtime for free." And be like, "Yeah."
that works.
It worked surprisingly a lot last year. That's how I watched Penny Dreadful. That's how I got stars so I could watch Evil Dead.
Oh, that show. That Ash versus the Evil Dead is one of the best things I've seen in a while. And I only just now watched the first episode because, again, busy. But that first episode was great.
I'm gonna have to do I'm gonna have to take away points for that, Appleby. You know, on this show that points don't matter, you're losing them.
What is this? Whose line?
It might be.
Oh, shit. Scenes from a hat.
Oh God! Don't tempt me. I'm not clever enough to pull off a Ryan Stiles. I'm sorry.
Tell you what, we'll save that for when we're with Murph and the Bat Kids sometime, and just go nuts.
Scenes, yeah, that would be God. We should. That's that may just be an excellent idea for a YouTube series. The Decatur. Try. Whose line is it anyway?
Hell, I say we get like that stage room at the Decatur Conference Center next year at Heroicon and just do it. And everyone will be like, "What is this? This is tabletop gaming convention. Do you mind? I'm trying to roll criticals. Quit with your crappy improv." And we'll be like, "No."
We'll do it in between the different films that we're showing next year.
There we go. And the best part is, next year, I don't think I'm actually running a booth, so we might be able to make this work.
Yeah, there you go. You just come next year.
Well, I mean, I'm still going to be selling stuff. I'm going to be running a game that's going to be a multi-day event that I'm super excited about. Tease that just a little bit. But
all I
I'll
see
have
is
time
pink
to-
nipple. I mean, put your boob away, Appleby.
Don't tell me what to do. I'm in my own house.
Making comments on video stuff. When people are going to be listening to this audio, it's not funny. It's not. People are going to be like, "What the fuck is this shit?"
Is this guy high? Yes.
He might be. You don't know.
Yes.
So this is I just like to remind our listeners, this is a free-form pilot episode. We will be...
As the Brits would say, we're just kind of faffing about because we haven't recorded in forever, and we both have the itchy we need to record spot in our uncomfortable regions that we need to get
in our
scratched.
unmentionables.
Oh, trust me, I don't have unmentionables.
Oh. Bully.
Fantastic. Yeah, no. I'm also, for our listeners, I do not have much of a filter. For those of you who have met me at Heroicon, well, let's just get this out of the way. I like to say, well, fuck. A lot.
Fuck! God damn it, Appleby. You morose motherfucking stupid ass cunt bitch whore. Can we get any more words in there? Do you know any other? Maybe some
Fart, tallywhacker. And
Nope.
Gash.
Dead
Gash
air.
is a good one.
You lose
That's like
more
it.
points.
No, I'm out of practice. I've only done this twice. Well, 3 times technically.
Yeah, you were on the main show.
Yeah, just randomly. Hey, we're making lists. Come over here. Fuck. Okay.
Okay.
I can make lists. Got interrupted by my assistant who gave me $20. That was kind of cool.
That's always nice.
Yeah, I was supposed to be running a booth. It just,
It didn't work.
did not work.
Okay.
Except it totally did. That's how I'm still doing this.
Speaking of which,
Much to
you
the
totally
chagrin.
sold out this last year at Heroicon, didn't you?
I sold out, yeah. I also only brought 10 copies.
Yeah.
I got a couple of pre-orders in there, so I brought home more money than I put into it. I'm calling it a win.
Yeah, there you go.
But, I mean, it's also the sophomore year, and sophomore slump is a thing at conventions, so I thought I had enough to not order like 30 things, because then my wife would be very pissed when I didn't sell all of it.
Yeah. No, it's better. Order 10, sell all of them, get some pre-reg.
Yep.
So.
Although, trying to explain what I'm like, hey, I'm coming out with this thing. I don't have anything about the thing here, but I'm coming out with this thing. Give me $2. Worked surprisingly well.
Really?
Yeah. Mostly because the thing that I was selling the most of is a single-player tabletop RPG, which makes everyone stop, look at me like I'm crazy, and then go, okay, I gotta see this train wreck. Here's $2.
Yeah. $2 for a train wreck? Yeah, I can see people paying that.
Well, it'll at least get them the demo copies that I put out there, because if you do pre-register or pre-buy or pre-order, that's the word I'm looking for, you do get access to any and all demos for the game that I put out there. You can also do that at the Rider Monkey Games Facebook page. Just search Rider Monkey Games. It's right up on the top. And while you're there, pick up a copy of Office Dungeon. Why don't you, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, that kind of worked.
Not really.
No.
But
No.
I
No one's going to buy.
Next Saturday, I should be going to the Games for Troops meeting
Oh, good.
at 10. Oh God, we're gonna have to schedule this around the. Do you think we're actually gonna end up doing the recording for the tabletop thing?
I hope so. Which one are we doing first again? Is it Ninja Turtles?
No,
Or no,
I'm supposed
you're
to be
doing
running
Dresden.
Which will be a lot more like this show than what Murph thinks it's gonna end up like.
Oh, yeah, I would certainly hope so.
No. There'll be a bunch of like yelling and screaming, and Murph going, "God damn it, Zach!"
And me going, what?
And me going, "Well, you see, the rules aren't really rules; they're just sort of guidelines."
And me putting my nipples away.
Again, you know, compliments of Applebee's pierced nipples, that sort of thing.
I call them knee knockers.
Oh.
Oh, that reminds me. Dresden Files totally has OGL, so we can get into the rules in depth if we want to.
Yeah, no, I knew that. I was if we wanted to, we could.
But I mean,
Dresden Files
yeah.
is kind of open-ended and weird, and
Yeah, I mean, I have a passing familiarity with the series.
I guess I'm almost just this close. You can't see it, but I'm holding my fingers out like a quarter of an inch away from each other from just doing up some pre-generated characters.
Yeah, you might, because I have absolutely no idea how to play.
Yeah, that's
So,
the thing. Nobody knows how to play unless you're a hardcore Dresden Files gamer.
Well, I imagine it's D20 based.
No, it's
Could be
not.
wrong. Oh,
It's fudge
shocking.
dice based.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and going. What?
Yeah. All right, so
Better than the campaign I have planned. Oh.
So how it works is you roll 2 die. On the die are blank spaces, positives, and negatives.
Okay.
And then you're rolling for an associated either skill or something. So you take your positive and you add it, obviously, and you take your negative and you subtract it, and you're going for a certain level. So
Okay.
I think in Dresden File 6 is extraordinary. So if you have, say you're good at something, you have a 4, you roll 2 positives, you get a 6. Suddenly you shot somebody extraordinarily well. Yes, the game where I stammer and stutter and you all listen anyway. Maybe.
All 3 of us.
All 3 of you. And maybe Fat Kid. So yeah, that's the game. Now, there's other things. For instance, your character will be comprised of one-liners. Like, you create action one-liners for your characters based on different events in their life. For instance, you could have an event that was a creation event that was I hate goddamn Chicago Nazis. Chicago Nazi vampires or something. And so that anytime you could reasonably convince the DM that the situation you're in merits you getting a +2 because you hate goddamn Chicago Nazi vampires, you get it.
Okay.
So then you add that to your roll.
Yeah, we are not. No, we have to make our own characters now. We have to.
Well, it's part of the character creation is part of the entire process, because everyone sits down and goes, okay, well, I have to randomly roll to see who was in my backstory. So, oh look, I rolled Evan. Evan's in my backstory at this particular spot. I ran into Evan before. And now, because of that, it is. And then we go through and we set up the city, which is it's character creation for the city you're in.
Okay, that sounds awesome.
So you go through and you'll create faces. So like for Decatur, it would be Staley's Viaduct would be a face or something.
Oh, jeez.
Or you would do something like Decatur stinks like soy.
Like soy. Well, there are a lot of soybean fields, at least between me and Decatur. I seen them.
Well, I mean, Decatur does stink like soy.
I never
Staley's,
really noticed.
Staley's and ADM constantly take soy and convert them into the substances they needed for so the additives can be added to actual food.
Huh.
That's what happens in Decatur. Any given day, you could drive over the viaduct and you could smell pizza, or you could smell soy sauce. You could smell any number of things. Really, it's really disconcerting. I've driven to ADM before, and it smelled like chocolate pudding. Chocolate pudding.
That actually kind of sounds awesome.
And mind-boggling, doesn't it? You walk over, you're like, it smells like chocolate pudding. Why does ADM smell like chocolate pudding?
Well, it beats the crap out of it smelling like. I live near a town called Dwight that has a paper mill. Oh my god, that smell.
Yeah.
Stinks up the whole town.
So yeah, that's what the Fate system is based on. Now I did send you a link to a podcast I don't think you can download anymore.
Okay.
That was The Walking Eye. Because they went through and they did like 4 or 5 podcasts worth of a run through when it first came out.
All right. I think I downloaded it. I do not remember if I listened to it or not, just because.
I don't either. I
don't know. There's a part of me that kind of just wants to wing it. But
I probably will be.
oh man, I am so excited if we do actually eventually start running campaigns. I'm so excited to get to mine because I was originally going to do the game I'm working on, tease it, and it just would not work out well for an audio-based podcast. If we were to do it, it'd have to be video.
Well, that was the other thing, because I think Murph kind of wants to do video, and we don't have any kind of setup for video. Excuse me.
I mean, we could do Roll20. That worked out so well the last time.
I know,
it kind of
right?
worked. To be fair, it did kind of work.
It did. The problem is, well, hell, this is the first time I've podcasted since Star Wars came out. When Star Wars come out?
December. We did our holiday spectacular Spooky Doom.
I think that's right. Somewhere in there. Anyway, so yeah, it's been about 6 or 7 months, and then now I'm doing this with you, and then later this week I will be recording, probably Wednesday. I'll probably see if Wednesday's free. I'll be recording with Craig on the Sons of Metal podcast.
Nice.
By the way, if you haven't listened to that yet, you should probably go listen to that.
It's in my backlog.
I wasn't telling you. I was telling the other 3 listeners.
Check it out. It's good, I hear.
Fat Kid was on it last month. So
yeah, so you hear that, Fat Kid fans? That I can talk. How now, brown cow?
I like scotch. Scotch.
We're gonna have to update that picture of me from the shit-eating grin with a thumbs up to shit-eating grin with a thumbs up and a bottle of whiskey next to my face.
Not like you holding the bottle of whiskey. No, it'll just be a bottle of whiskey that'll be right there next to your head. Maybe it'll be towel tied. I don't know.
Now I'm gonna rest my head on my kitchen counter with a thumbs up, whiskey, and then grow a third hand to take the selfie. Because I am too cheap for one of those stupid selfie stick things. So if you watch my frickin' Writer Monkey vlogs, you probably wish I had one. So, all 9 of you.
Probably 9?
Yeah.
Really? Wow, you did better than I did. I only ever got 5.
Both of my videos have 9 views.
Oh.
I think.
Views. I thought you were talking about followers.
Oh, I don't have followers. The only follower I have is my not Writer Monkey, not a failed abortion of a Let's Play channel account I have on YouTube. Just be like, oh, I wonder what I put on here today. Wow, I'm a genius. No.
No. Anyway, yeah. What were we talking about? Oh, yeah. So next week, when we record this, after I go to my meeting, because I'm going to have to go to this HeroiCon meeting.
No, right.
If Murph shows up. So yeah.
Dead air, you lose the points now.
Good thing the points don't matter. Anyway. So let's talk about the short.
The short.
The short. So I'm a filmmaker. Officially, I've been paid to make films.
Hey.
I'm also a film student. I am one of the worst film students there are, though. I haven't made anything new in over a year. Something like that. Except for last Wednesday, but that doesn't only kind of count, I guess. I don't know. I'm rambling now. Anyway, we'll continue on. So one of the things Appleby and I were talking about, we got talking about doing stuff, and we're going to make a quasi video explanation trailer thing. I'm just going to call it an experimental film and be done with it.
That's fine. That works.
So right now the elements we have is we know it's going to be 90s.
Of course.
We know that we're going to have somebody that's going to resemble Max Headroom, kind of.
Naturally.
And then we're going to... No, that's pretty much it. That's all we have. I have Pink Ninja stealing lunches out of fridges. That's pretty much the extent of it.
Well, I have this mental image of a guy in like full plate armor trying to type out a memo.
Well, that's the biggest thing is because I agreed to do this first and foremost before I ever sat down and looked at the game. After talking to Appleby, well, you know, it's this fantasy kind of office dungeon thing, and I expect this guy to have like a shield made out of keyboards and wielding some kind of sword that's soldered paper clips, and
no, like, that's one of the monsters, you fool.
And I was like, okay, well, I could do that. I could do, crazy office shenanigan fantasy things. And I sat down and looked at the game, and I was like, this is nothing like the way it's played. This has no elements of any of the fantasy stuff. Except for maybe that one thing.
The office is named Dungeon Co.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's hard and fast fantasy. But I did
Well,
have an idea
but-
of someone with long hair holding a keyboard above their head, wearing a Viking helmet, screaming, and have that be on the front of the box.
Well, and now here we'll talk a little bit about your expansion. You're working on an expansion for it. I've
Kind of.
I've talked to well, yeah, kind of. Let's just call it what it is. It's the fantasy portion of the Office dungeon.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to devolve more and more into fantasy, and then the last expansion's just going to be one card called the Daydreamer. And it's like he's the mastermind behind it all. He was just really bored at a 9 to 5 job. Spoilers. No, I'm not actually doing that.
But so we discussed like cardboard tube swords, and we discussed all the different kinds of weapons you can use, and armor and whatnot.
The Cat 5 of Nine Tails.
Yeah, the Cat 5 of Nine Tails, which I thought was really clever.
Yeah, came up with that. My grown-up job is fixing computers for the people out there who don't know me, which is probably all 3 of you.
Probably.
So I'm an IT consultant for my big boy job. And I came up with that idea when I was looking at a box of Cat 5 cable. And I'm like, it would be funny to whip someone with this. Not one of my clients, even though I was totally thinking, yes, one of my clients. But that's neither here nor there.
I gotta say, that's fair. I mean, it gave you the idea. That's what's important.
Yeah, they'll get a special thank you in the rules.
Anyway, so I'm sitting down. I've been contemplating this video all this time. First time I was like, oh, this will be easy. This will be fun. It'll be fantasy in an office. No problem. Then I sat down and I read the rules and the card game, and I was like, this is like an office with bad fantasy puns. This is nothing like what I thought it was going to be.
I didn't say it was good fantasy.
And then I was talking to you about it. And you're like, oh yeah, I'm doing all these expansions, and you're gonna have like the Cat 5 of Nine Tails and all of this. And I was like, so you're making more fantasy elements. Well, that'll work, I guess. What about this? Well, I hadn't thought about that yet. Well, what about this? And you're like, no, I hadn't thought about that yet. That's a really good idea, though. I should be taking notes.
Thank God for chat logs. But yeah, I mean, I've just been more focused on trying to get this single-player RPG and its sister project out the door. So, Office Dungeon's a little bit on the back burner at the moment, as far as the expansion is concerned.
No, I know. That's fair. I figured I'm just gonna write up a 7-minute script.
All right.
And send it to you, and you're going to just go through with a red pen and go, well, that's not in the game, or I don't like that.
You're probably going to see a lot of comments going, I'm stealing this, I'm stealing that, I'm stealing this too.
I half expect to write half the expansion just from writing the video, yeah.
I'll give you a writer's credit, don't worry.
What is that? That is Kothar the Barbarian. Can we introduce barbarians? Bearbarians.
Okay. Bearbarians. Bear barbarian.
Yes. It'll be a bear barbarian.
Fighting its worst enemy, the Barracuda.
Oh God. Okay, so I just realized what we'll introduce a new mechanic which will be animal companions. Right? But really what they are the posters that you put up in your office. So it'll be barbarian poster.
Oh man.
See?
Or you can like play bad ones on your opponents. It's like a poster of a noose, and it just the flavor text is just hang in there.
Yeah. See, I'm telling you.
You know, I think that would work. It fold that into the already existing instant mechanic. I think that would work pretty good.
Yeah. Like I said, I'll just be writing half the game in this video.
Yeah,
That's
man, you gotta stop. I'm not gonna be able to afford to pay you.
that's the biggest problem is I'm going through and I'm like, well, I have to have this, I have to have that. That looks cool. That sounds like it would be funny. Applebee's in the background going, stop it! That's too many things. Too many things for the expansion. I can't afford a deck this big.
To be fair, I could lame it out and write a one-off tabletop RPG based in the Office Dungeon universe. Might do that.
Is that laming it off? I don't think that would be laming it off. I think that would be synergy. It's called synergy, damn it.
Paradigm shift.
From the 80s, synergy.
The only thing I regret is my bonitis. Futurama? No? No? Okay.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, I kind of... That's the cartoon I have it on in the background when my son is asleep.
Yeah, I like Futurama.
Very clever, especially from a science and math perspective, surprisingly. And it's endorsed by Al Gore.
Oh, it is, isn't it?
Yep. Oh. And dead air. Fantastic. It's like we're pros.
Oh, I know it.
It's almost like I've only recorded 2 or 3 podcasts in my entire life.
Hey, you know what? I'm sorry. I am crazy. All right, I am crazy, and may have spaced out somewhere along the way. What said it's a butterfly?
You know, I had that problem playing through Skyrim, specifically with butterflies. It's like, oh, haven't got that one. Need to get my potions up. Nah. Dragons tearing down Malkreath, and I'm just like,
good to know. No one with attention deficit disorder should probably play Skyrim.
Or anything open world, for that matter. The worst one would be the Yakuza series. I don't know if you played those.
I've never even heard of it.
Okay, so it's an Japanese open world RPG beat 'em up series where they plop you down in this fictional.
Is this the game with the guy with the gold bat?
Maybe.
I
don't know. There's like.
Does he have an eye patch?
8 of them now. Yes, that's Majima. Majima is awesome.
And he like protects a little girl.
Yeah, you're mixing characters together. But yeah, the main character protects a little girl. The first game had a really terribly awesome English dub starring Mark Hamill, of all people.
Oh, sure. He did all kinds of movies with crazy English dubs. Not seen The Guyver?
That's true. Mark is Hamill very
turning
true.
Into a giant cockroach monster.
Yeah. And I mean, he basically plays Japanese Joker in the first Yakuza game. But
really?
Anyway, oh yeah, he
I
plays
thought
the guy
Kefka
with the eye
was
patch.
Japanese Joker.
Kefka is Japanese Joker, but Alan Moore's Joker.
Okay.
So he's Dark Joker.
God King Joker.
Yeah. I'm going to destroy the world because fuck it, why not?
Because
so
we
serious.
all need goals.
Reach your mind halfway through the game. What the hell do I do now? I'm just going to sit on my tower and randomly zap people.
Yeah.
For 12 hours.
I guess it's not even halfway through the game. You make it in 6 hours or whatever, and then that's like the first quarter of the game.
Yeah, I suppose if you're trying to get everything in the second world, the world of ruin. Yeah, I can blaze through that game in like 13 hours.
That's what, Final Fantasy VI?
Yes, sir. It's my favorite, the only good Final Fantasy. Ooh, I can feel the fanboys getting upset. But what about Sephiroth? Sephiroth's a lame copy of Kefka. Deal with it. Materia sucks.
Anyway,
so they plop you down as a character in this fictional district of Tokyo that's like a red light district. It's like, hey, you should follow the plot. Serious Japanese gangster shit is happening. Or you could go sing karaoke. Or you could go to a hostess club, which is kind of like a brothel, except without the fun sex bit. Or you can go to a batting cage. Or you can find 100 locker keys that are just all over the place that gives you buffs when you open the corresponding locker. And
digitize
it's like, hey,
me, Capitan. I'm sorry. I'm watching his video, and it just went all digital camo, only with the picture of his face. Oh, I have no attention span.
well, that's why we kind of made this so it didn't have much of a thingy.
It's fine.
Backbone.
It's fine.
Structure.
That's the word. Structure. Format.
The hell with format. What has format done for me lately besides make me a few $1,000s with the card game?
Hey, at least you made 4 digits.
Yeah, barely.
Anyway.
And that's before taxes.
So I choose karaoke in a Japanese hostess club.
And the main plot just kind of sits there. It's like, yeah, whatever.
You know, I'm really disappointed. I really wish these games like that would set up this like main storyline and give you this open world. And then, you know, when you go and sing karaoke for 3 hours, you just lose the first like 6 events or whatever. Like the first 6 missions are just gone. You have to figure out what the fuck is going on.
You know, they did something similar to that in the first like playable bit, well, technically second playable bit of Deus Ex Human Revolution.
Oh, really?
Yeah, right after you get your augmentations, you're in the office and you get a call on your comm link. It's like, hey, we need you to take care of some hostage situation in our Detroit plant. And it's like, okay, well, if you fuck around the office for like 20 minutes, all the hostages die. Before you get to your mission briefing or any of that, it's just like, I'm going to crawl through vents and check out the women's washroom because I'm a pervert. And you get a very angry phone call from your boss going, look, we still need you to go there. All the hostages are dead. There was some sort of bomb. Way to go. Go clean it up.
Wow.
Yeah.
Speaking of perverts, Jessica's been sitting down and going through all of the new mods that they released for the console for Xbox One. It is stupid, ridiculous the amount of mods that were simply made to give your character. There are mods to make your characters have larger breasts. There are mods for you to wear like jumpsuits that are skin tight with nipples showing. There are mods.
I've been a PC gamer for a while now.
there are mods for a side character that you could talk to once in the entire game to suddenly be prettier. What the fuck?
Oh, my favorite is the ones that's like, hey, you can just run around, realistically be naked in Skyrim. Way to go. I don't know if, well, they didn't release the Legendary Edition of Skyrim on Xbox One yet, did they? I know they're re-releasing it.
Say that again?
They're re-releasing Skyrim on Xbox One so it can have the mod support. I don't know if it came out yet or not.
I don't think, not quite yet.
I don't know. I have a 6-month-old. I haven't really been able to follow all the E3 news. Yes, I know it's a month after E3. Shut up. but
That's okay.
but that's one of the things I picked up on and went, oh, okay. Never gonna play it. All right.
Well, there wasn't really a lot of new games that they showed for Xbox or PlayStation, for that matter.
But Nintendo, new Zelda. Woo!
Yeah, I didn't see that trailer. I need to watch it.
It. Uh, let's just say my mentionables were excited.
You can call it a penis. We've already said every other derogatory term on this show.
It gives me a big ass boner. All right.
There you go.
Put the hyphen wherever you please. It's either big ass or ass boner. I don't care which.
Fair enough.
But it's fully open world. There's like apparently no towns. You get some tablet thing that does cool shit with water, I think.
Okay.
I don't know. It honestly, to me, looks like they took Zelda and put it in Metal Gear Solid 5. So it's just like, hey, open world, fuck around, do what you want. Also, Master Sword. And hang gliding. The hang gliding looks cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. It looks, a lot of people are like, oh my god, it's completely changing Zelda. They've never done anything like this before.
Bullshit.
I'm like, well, this is what the first game was. No towns, dungeons just kind of there, run around and do what you want.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same concept as the first game, just modernized. And that's great. That's what I've wanted from Zelda since this like fourth or fifth clone of Ocarina of Time. I don't know.
I'll have to go and watch the trailer.
Yeah, it's cool and it's pretty. It's very pretty.
I believe that.
It's enough to make me go, maybe I will buy a Wii U. Because between that, Star Fox, and Bayonetta, I think that would justify the $50 purchase. Oh, Bayonetta is so much fun.
You mean the Devil May Cry female skinned game?
Have you played it?
I have.
Have you played? It has a bit of a different feel to it, with more of a focus on dodging, but I mean, it's made by the same guy that made Devil May Cry, so that's to be expected. And yeah, I mean, basically that's what it is, but you get 4 pistols instead of 2, and her ass is a lot nicer to look at than Dante's.
You mean Coat? Because whenever I was playing Devil May Cry, I was looking at Coat.
Well, yeah, I mean, there is that first mission in 3 where it's just shirtless Dante. It's like, ooh. Or there's naked Dante from the really bad Devil May Cry game that isn't Devil May Cry 2.
When was that?
That was the one that Ninja Theory released, the reboot with the really shitty looking Dante. It's like, ooh, we're being super edgy. It wasn't good.
Oh, DMC?
Yeah.
I haven't finished it. I've beaten it all the way up to the last boss battle, and I never finished it.
Yeah, that's kind of where I got, and I went, this is garbage, and I returned it. I did not like it.
It was fun. It was a fast
playthrough. Yeah, the gameplay was okay. I think the whole angelic weapon, demon weapon combo switch thing by holding down a trigger was weird. Didn't really get into it too much. And it wasn't Devil May Cry. It wasn't what I was looking for.
That's fair.
So I returned it, got Bayonetta. I'm like, this is exactly what I was looking for. And I've been a Platinum fanboy ever since. The only thing they do terribly is apparently Ninja Turtle games. Yeah, they just released one that was horrible. Absolutely terrible. Which, it's partially because they had very little budget, and it's like, you need to get this done for the movie, blah, blah, blah. You know, problem with licensed games.
I hate people that do that.
Yeah. Sometimes you get some interesting games out of it. Like the Star Wars Episode 3 beat 'em up that was not really following Episode 3 at all. Like, hit some story beats, and then it's like, oh, you're gonna fuck off to this random planet that you do not see at all in any Star Wars movie. Beat the hell out of Stormtroopers.
What was the last Star Wars game that I really enjoyed? Was it early PlayStation 2 where they were in the ships flying around? I think so. It was like a prequel game.
Oh, so like Starfighter or Jedi Starfighter?
Something like that. You're in a ship flying, and it's some kind of experimental ship. And I think it was in between the first and the second prequels.
Yeah, that sounds like the Starfighter series.
It was pretty good.
Yeah, they're not bad. Good enough that I bought the PC copy of the first Starfighter game on Good Old Games. So I like $10. I went, hell yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
The movie was worth $10.
I think the last Star Wars game that I played that I actually enjoyed was, I don't know. I think it was Battlefront 2. So not the new Battlefront, the good Battlefront.
Good Battlefront.
Because there's Star Wars Battlefront that came out in like 2003. That was all right. It was fun. And then there's Battlefront 2, where the only thing I didn't really care for was the fact that you got hero characters every once in a while, but it had space combat where you had to like get people on the enemy ship to blow up reactors, or you could blow it up from space, or had a storyline that was half decent, surprisingly, for a game that's Battlefield, basically. And then there's the new Battlefront game done by EA, which is very, very pretty. And that's about all I can say about it.
Yeah, I don't know. I heard a lot of good responses initially, and then there was nothing.
Yeah. I mean, it's basically Battlefield 4 with a Star Wars skin on it, essentially. But they cut a lot of features that were in Battlefield 2 that I think would have made it a stronger game, such as the space battles. But again, it's very pretty. It's not terrible. There we go. That's my official statement on that game. It's not terrible.
The official adventures of Zach and Zach from Zach.
Rider Monkey says, it isn't shit.
It isn't shit.
Or it's a shit sandwich, just not a soggy one. Because, you know, I had a lot of the same issues with that I did with Battlefield 4.
It was soggy?
Yeah. Buggy all to hell. Very nice looking, but sometimes unplayable. And don't even get me started on DLC, because I could rant about that for hours.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know.
Video games aren't what they used to be anymore.
Sometimes they're fantastic. Other times they're crap.
And other times you still have to spend more money to get the DLC to make it actually worth playing.
Or you could just wait another 6 months till all the DLC comes out and they release it all on disc at a discount. So you pay less than you would have paid if you originally bought it and get a hell of a lot more stuff, which is what I should have done with Destiny.
True.
Don't care. That game's still great. Everyone's complaints about Destiny, by the way, completely valid. Still love that game.
Never got into it.
It's basically It's like Borderlands. Did you ever play Borderlands?
I played Borderlands.
It's like that if it took itself way too seriously. And it was like MMO style, always online.
Okay.
It's not bad.
I don't
Yeah,
play enough video games to really care.
Yeah, video games is what got me started into tabletop games, so it always has a very special place in my heart. It's also what got me into game design. The reason I started making tabletop games is I can't program worth a shit. I'm just gonna write something on some cards.
See, I came to tabletop. Well, tabletop and video gaming were not connected because I did a lot of video gaming when I was younger. A lot of classic consoles, Nintendo, Super Nintendo.
The best ones.
Atari, actually. My grandparents had an Atari console. But after that, I kind of dabbled with Dungeons and Dragons specifically. I think I dabbled with 3.0 when I was in junior high, grade school, and then again in high school. And then when I went to college, I played it for a while. And that's really what really made me stick was I played Dungeons and Dragons for a game, and I was playing that. And I'd go to the college that I wasn't attending classes at, and we had a game there, and that would last for like 5 hours on a day where everyone else didn't have classes there, and I'd play in that game, and then I would go and I would drive, and me and the DM would drive to a friend's house where we would go and we would play Exalted Second Edition for like another 9 hours.
Man, you got in deep. Exalted.
And
Jesus.
this of course was after I'd already played GURPS and had already played Mage from White Wolf.
Man. I played Mage once and went, fuck this noise, I'm going back to Werewolf.
Mage is officially Mage is my first White Wolf game. I loved it so much. Mind you, everyone to this day, I can't play in a White Wolf game and not get shivved by some kind of bum in the setting. But when you're a son of Ether and you're trying to steal a hobo's hobo juice so you can throw it at the monster at the end of the alley, and the hobo goes, no, and then stabs you.
Oh my god.
I think things just kind of happened.
Yeah, it sounds like it kind of spiraled out of control there a little bit.
Okay. And then if you play LARP Indicator, there's such thing as killer deer. Apparently, anyone that LARPs Indicator, when you go and you try to track down a deer and you try to feed on a deer, the deer will just wreck your shit every time. Multiple people, multiple instances, just every time.
You know, I never actually, when I was playing Old World of Darkness, Vampire, Werewolf, what have you, it was always pen and paper. Never did the LARP thing. The only LARP I did was something called a Nero, New England Role-Playing Organization.
I know what Nero is.
Which is fun, and I was broke, so I always NPC'd, so I'd just go out as random monsters. And,
right.
well, one of my buddies, who was a player character, got bored. It was 3 a.m. We were in the quote-unquote tavern. And he's like, just pop in as something. So I pop in as a butterfly, which he kills. Then I pop in as a bigger butterfly, which he kills. Then I pop in as a giant butterfly. He's like, okay, I'm not quite sure where you're going with this. Swing at me, let's see your damage. And in that game, there are like elemental damage types that
Right.
you can add to physical attacks. And one of the elements is death, meaning if you get hit by it and you have no elemental protection against death, you instantly die.
Okay.
So I start swinging 10 death at this guy who's a level 3 scrub, who's already gone through some respawns, and long story short, I've been banned from Nero for about a decade.
Nice.
Well, because if you pop in as something that can swing and instantly kill people, what do? You run around and kill everyone. So I got banned. The guy that was in charge of the NPCs got banned because he made the foolish mistake of telling me, just go and do whatever.
That's fair.
Although I'm willing to bet I could go back now and no one would recognize me. So,
Probably.
yeah, because back then I had hair down to my ass and I was just kind of a wild child. Now I have hair down
Vaguely.
to... I kind of have hair and a baby and a beer gut. Yeah.
No butterfly wings.
No butterfly wings.
Okay, then.
I just think back to that and oh man, that was just stupid. By the way, if you listeners, all three of you, if you ever decide to NPC at a Nero event or any sort of large organized LARP event, do not do that. You will get in trouble.
Do not run
It
around
will
as a
be
giant
funny.
butterfly that does elemental death damage.
Yeah, do not recommend that. You will get in trouble. You will have a story to tell, but I copyrighted that shit, so don't do it.
You know what it sounds like to me? All of those players should have been ready, damn it! They should have been prepared.
Yeah, they should have. Especially because I only popped with like 5 HP and I'm not that good at hitting people with sticks. I mean, you could have blocked it with your shield. That negates damage. It was physical attack. It wasn't like spells.
Sounds like sloppy role-playing to me. Anyway,
Yeah.
Next topic.
Yeah, I've rambled on enough about death butterflies.
So, next topic.
Next topic.
What do we have to talk about?
I don't know.
Neither do
What's
I.
up with you? What are you wearing?
A sweet and cozy sweater.
I was really hoping you were going to follow that up with salty, because that would have made my day. Sweet and salty sweater. Just made out of pretzels.
Sweet and salty chocolate covered pretzels.
Yeah, let's see. I got that single player RPG out there. Kind of.
Heard anything about it?
Not really. Kind of wish people would play it. Thinking about just releasing this first demo for free once I make the second demo.
Okay.
It's single player tabletop RPG. Again, for the listeners, don't remember if I said this or not, or if that part got cut or what. But it's a single player tabletop RPG. It's called Dark Watch Shadow Marshal. You play as, your character is a Shadow Marshal who is this independent agent that kind of... Actually, you know what? We're not going to get into the backstory. Just check out the backstory on the Rider Monkey Games Facebook page. And
There you go.
aha, buy shit.
Shit.
But basically, you play as a character. It's a single-player tabletop RPG. So you have a character sheet. It's a classless system. You can absorb skills from your enemies and use them yourself. In the demo, you are walking around in this dungeon that's called a rift. It's like a tear in space time caused by this force of nature called the corruption.
Okay.
And you're trying to close this rift, and you're trying to figure out where it came from. And the rift happens to open up in the back room of this biker bar, where the biker gang that frequents said biker bar is they're also vampires. So there's that. Pandering.
Yeah.
Um,
I know.
well, to be fair, I do my vampires a little different. But there's a risk reward system to the combat because it's kind of boring to do a tactical D&D style combat in a single player setting, because then who controls the bad guys?
Right.
So instead, special attacks and just wandering around this dungeon will slowly corrupt your character, and you can use that corruption to power certain special attacks to kind of like burn it off, or you get buffs from hitting certain levels of corruption. And
I remember.
yeah, right now the demo is basically just this dungeon crawl at the moment. But eventually there's going to be branching storylines, and it pairs up. The story coincides with a serial novel that I've been working on called Dark Watch.
Oh.
And then I have another game coming out hopefully around the same time, or at least by Heroicon next year, that's called Dark Watch Tactical Response, which is a whole different bag of worms.
What's that going to be?
It's going to be a squad-based tabletop RPG. So
Have you given any thought to actually trying to produce a board game of any kind?
Oh, good God, yeah. I just suck at artwork, so I can't draw a board. And working title on this, once I eventually get around to polishing it and getting a board made, I'm calling it Super Ultra Deathmatch 1999. And
Go on.
so you pick your pieces. Each piece has a spawn point, and you run around and try and kill everyone. And the goal is to get to a certain amount of kills, and then you win. Or it could be set up as capture the flag. It's a love letter to like Doom and Quake, those first-person shooter deathmatch games of the mid-early 90s.
Well, I'm excited to try beta test.
Oh yeah, and the cool part is, what a lot of people don't realize is a lot of the damage from like Doom and Quake, it's all figured out using D20 based rules.
Okay.
So, like the BFG. If you play Doom, you know what the BFG is. It's the big fucking gun. It uses a complicated formula to figure out damage. That complicated formula is the big ball. If it hits, it does 80 damage. Everything else, it's 40d6 times like 10, I think. I could be completely wrong, but it's basically just, it's like Warhammer levels of dice that the game just rolls and figures out the splash damage with.
Interesting. Okay, so the actual Doom game.
Yeah, look it up.
The program ran its own little like dice program inside the program for damage with the BFG.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy. And I can't really say it surprises me.
Well, I mean, if you look at most video games, it all comes back to tabletop games and war games.
It's true. It is. I mean, shit, you can go back and there's 2 or 3 books about the origin of Dungeons and Dragons, which started everything, certainly. I'm waiting for the book that goes back and talks about White Wolf. We'll see if that ever comes out. That would be very interesting. White Wolf is the second biggest was the second biggest brand. Oh wait. Well, no, because Warhammer was tabletop figures before it was
Yeah.
a board game, tabletop
Well,
game.
yeah, I mean, Warhammer is a war game.
Yeah.
And then 40K happened, and that's fantastic. Yeah, it's just, people in a bar going, hey, let's roll some dice, drink some beer.
And my guy does this crazy lightning bolt.
Now I need to roll 100 D6.
Yeah, he's like, no, you can't do that. And some other guy was, twat, watch me.
Fuck you, Codex 9.
Yeah. I'm sure there's all kinds of interesting origin stories for Warhammer. We'll just never hear it because Games Workshops are kind of bees.
Yeah. Yeah.
And no, I won't finish that statement because I don't want to be sued. They're just bees.
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 No, not the bees.
Not the bees. Oh, that makes me real sad. That guy just died.
Nick Cage?
No, Nick Cage did not just die. No, the director from the original Wicker Man just died.
Yeah, I saw that. That is a bummer.
Well, everyone's old now. It's fine.
Yeah. 2016 sucks. Everyone I like is just like dying off.
Hey, you want to know a secret?
Hmm.
It's only going to get worse.
Well, yeah, no shit.
But then it'll get better.
Well, yeah, because I'm going to have to like idiot kids. I'm like, well, they're not going to die. Oh.
Yeah.
I hope.
But then some of them will, and you'll be sad, and you'll be like, oh, I actually honestly like that one. Oh, well.
Yeah.
Guess what? Life's rough.
And I'll be like 80 with a cane going, back in my day.
80 and a cane? Shit, I did that last night. Anyway.
I wish I could walk around with a cane. Get pimp-ass sword cane. Just to say I have one.
You know, you could just walk around with a cane.
But not a sword cane.
Sure you could. Who's going to recognize it's a sword cane? If you get a real sword cane.
It's expensive is the problem.
Oh, well, I mean, if you're going to split peas.
Either that or get like a cane that you hit a button and it's just like a barbed whip.
A barbed whip?
Yeah, so like you hit a button on the cane.
Are you going to be the old man penguin? What's going on? I have a cane for everything.
Well, no, it's just like a cord that goes through the cane, and you hit a button, it releases tension on the cord, and the cane comes apart in pieces except for the handle, and you use it like a whip or a flail. That's a thing. It's a real thing, and it's super cool, and I want one.
I believe it's a real thing. I also believe that some British bastard somewhere is far too interested, more so than you are, in this flail whip cane thing.
You know, I'm honestly not sure. I am pretty interested. Just run around when I'm 80, singing like Castlevania songs from the NES, whipping kids and telling them to get off my lawn, you foul beasts.
Only if it makes the sound effect too.
Die, you monster! You don't belong in this world. Wah!
Well, I was thinking more of the sound effect.
And then when I'm on my deathbed, my last words are.
And then it comes with a special. If you get the deluxe model, it comes with a specialty case that has a bottle of holy water, a knife, a giant double-edged hatchet, axe fang,
a cross that doubles as a boomerang,
a cross that doubles as a boomerang,
a stopwatch.
A stopwatch, that's it. What's the other thing?
There's a crystal that you throw and it bounces off walls.
Oh, okay. So a giant piece of quartz.
Yeah. But the holy water has to basically be a chemical Molotov cocktail. So when you throw it on the ground, it explodes into fire.
Yes, but it has to be blue fire.
Blue
Green.
fire.
Blue
Yeah.
green fire. Yeah. And then the other thing is the fact that you have to not actually throw it, but act like you've thrown it, and then magically another one comes out. So you just keep throwing it. So that way you can just keep acting like you throw it. I don't know. I sound like I've gone off the deep end now.
Well, the downside to this is after you get the collector's edition, you have to sign up for this thing where they go into your brain and like poke it with a needle a couple of times. So stairs confound you.
No.
You have
right.
Yeah, there's a joke that most people won't get.
That's the deluxe edition. When you buy the year or the lifetime subscription, see.
Oh man!
You want to go upstairs? No, you're going downstairs. What? But there's what?
You're gonna walk through the stairs, and now you have to live on wall chicken. This is what you paid for.
Duck, there's a dinosaur there. He spits fire. Oh god,
it's a bone dinosaur.
Oh god, his other face turned around and spit fire when you're docked. It doesn't work.
Why are these Medusa heads serpentining towards me?
Okay, I'm gonna have. But it has been probably about 2 hours, maybe an hour and a half. Yeah, I'm gonna have to call it. I'm gonna have to call it.
Yeah, I should probably go take my medicine. I'm talking crazy things.
Well, I mean, yeah, you would probably just continue talking crazy things if you took your medicine, but whatever.
Yeah, but it'd be slow and boring.
And you would sound like you were having a stroke. It's okay. We understand.
And there'd be drool on the microphone. And then the president gets mad at me because I'm not a bad enough dude to save his daughter. Okay,
we're pandering now.
All right. Everyone that's played the NES, you are welcome.
This has been the adventures of Zach and Zach. I am Zach.
And I am also Zach.
And we are part of the drunken... No. Oh, God.
Whoa, hey. Go back.
That shows you how long it's been since I've podcasted. We are a part of the Dead Indicator podcasting network. And you can find us at deadindicator.libsyn.com.
Hey, and while you're there, maybe you should listen to some other shows.
We have one other show. We have two other shows, actually.
Yeah.
We have the Dead Indicator flagship show where Murph and the Fat Kid get together and don't do anything that they did on Murph and the Fat Kid, except it's all what they did on Murph and the Fat Kid. Only now they're short.
Yeah.
We also have the Domestication of the Dead, where Murph and Megan go and make food and watch stuff, and Fat Kid and Mrs. Fat Kid. We gotta figure out what else we're gonna call her. I don't know yet. We'll see.
Yeah, Mrs. Fat Kid seems kind of harsh.
I don't know. No, Fat Kid said something about finding her a real podcasting name. We should do that.
Yeah.
Just call her El Tigris or something. El Tigris.
Stalker of the Night.
El Tigris Telemundo. That is not Mrs. Fat Kid's official podcasting.
But it should be.
But it could be.
You'll just have to tune in and find out.
Maybe we'll see. Anyway, so we have the Domestication of the Dead, where we all get together with our spouses and watch things and talk about it. Except I don't.
I don't either.
Because I'm watching Stargate right now, and I'm just happy to be able to get her to continue watching Stargate with me.
Yeah, if I did that, it'd be a whole bunch of my wife going, "What the hell are we watching?"
Well,
too bad. Now we're watching Love Actually. No.
We're in a happy place with Stargate, but we recently started Stargate Atlantis.
Oh, I'm sorry.
and she really hates McKay. She hates
I-
McKay more than she hates Samantha Carter, and she really kind of hated Samantha Carter.
Oh Lord, I would get her started on Stargate Universe and get back to me. I'm curious.
Oh Lord, now I'm curious. I haven't actually seen anything to do with Stargate Universe, so it's fun to sit there and quip with her though. She's like,
Yeah.
"Oh God, send the black guy Teal'c to go do things again." Yeah, because you can't do anything yourself.
Well, that's because Teal'c's a badass, and eventually,
Or Daniel Jackson.
oh God, Daniel Jackson, who
who dies and goes away and then comes back after
he ascends
he ascends
and then
becomes,
dies.
and then becomes a completely different character who has to star hound every scene he's in.
And then he dies and becomes human and then ascends again. Yeah.
We just finished season 8.
Season 8.
Season
That's-
9. They will be introducing. Season 8 is the first season Teal'c has hair.
Okay.
They beat Anubis.
I was going to say, that's post Anubis, isn't it? Or is it the end of Anubis? I
That's
don't
the end
remember.
of Anubis.
Okay.
The season 9 is where they get the new guy
Oh.
who's
But-
from the Peacekeeper Wars. Because
Oh,
he
right.
is, god damn it.
I actually forgot about that.
Yeah, dude, there's like 2 or 3 Farscape actors in the last 2 seasons of Stargate. It's
Yeah, I
like,
try to
well, we
forget
still
the
have
last 2
contracts,
seasons.
but the show's over, so we're just going to stick you in Stargate.
It's like, hey, you guys were in a pretty good sci-fi show. Want to come over to a used to be pretty good sci-fi show?
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's good. It's bad. It has ups and downs.
I didn't care for like the last season. I think it was just the last season where I'm like, I gotta finish it, but
That's fair.
yeah. But as far as replacing Kurt Russell with frickin' MacGyver,
Hey,
good casting choice.
I like both
Hey.
Kurt Russell and MacGyver.
They are both excellent O'Neills.
They're different O'Neills, but they're both excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I think we were trying to sign off here.
Sorry, I got distracted by the Stargate. It happens.
I am so. Ooh, what's that? I can't even stop.
Attention deficit. Let's go ride bikes.
Anyway, so yeah, you can find us at deadindicator.libsyn.com. You can always email us. Obviously, you can get a hold of me and Zach at tabletopmagi@gmail.com. All one word. You can always get a hold of Murph and the Fat Kid at thedeadindicator@gmail.com. Hopefully, this won't be our last adventure. It
I
has
hope
been
not.
an adventure
That is very true.
of some kind or another.
Murph and the Fat Kid are going to listen to this and be like, no, get rid of that Zach. He's an asshole.
Like, no. Okay, we need content.
Fine.
Fine. I'm officially putting in the I don't like this. Anyway.
All right. So before we get sidetracked again, thank you guys for listening.
We hope to see
And-
you back soon.
Yeah.
I will talk with Zach and legitimately try to record or set up a recording station for our next installment.
And I will try to have a computer that isn't a pile of hot dog garbage, so I don't sound like I'm completely underwater.
I think one of the parts of this show needs to be true is how creative can we be with our cursing. That's officially a show trope. This is just how wazy boony creative can we get?
Adventures in Swearing with Zach and Zach. Fuck shit balls.
Anyway, End of show. End of show. End of show.